Yes. Jim Jones, the juggernaut, the truth speaker himself, Jim Jones, Harlem's finest, speaking on Fred The Godson. We got Tony from Queens on the line. Tony, say it, talk to us. Rise and shine.
What's good, Sway? Rise and shine. Heather B, Tracy.
Tony.
I know what it is. This is Tony, DTF Radio.
Yes, indeed, Tony, man. We talking about our brother. You and I were actually at the street naming, right? You came to the street naming, right?
Yeah, I was at the street naming. Like I said, I managed DTF Radio, so we did a bunch of interviews with Fred the God. Mm-hmm. And just, he's so, like, his humbleness outshined anything. Like, he was a good dude. My fault, I'm driving. I'm on that 59th Street Bridge right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but, like, I've met a lot of people, artists, and like him, he just stuck. Anytime he seen me, no matter where we was, yo, Hood, what's good? Because everybody know me as Hood. Yo, Hood, what's good? And we just had that relationship. He came up, did the illest freestyle I ever seen at the radio station that I had the pleasure of recording. And I watch it every year. Just to remember him. I put it up every year just to remember him. Because he was slept on.
Yeah.
He was an artist that was slept on. And like Jim said, somebody should have scooped him up because he was independent, but he needed that major backing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just a testament to who this man was. First thing you started with was how humble he was.
Yeah.
You know, and that was at the core of our relationship. You know, I used to hang out, Fred and I would go up top to the Bronx and hang out at a juice bar a lot. And I promise you, man, there wasn't many minutes where we weren't cracking the hell. We had gut laughs all the time. I looked at Fred like a little brother. I called Fred at 7 a.m. You know, hey man, I need you to come up to the show today, Sway. Today, and that dude to get up and show up. And you know, with Fred, I had a chance to show him another side of myself. The way we communicated wasn't just from as Sway, this guy who's been in the music business and has the ability to put people on platforms, and wasn't him as an MC. We talked as human beings. We talked as men. We talked as husbands and lovers. We talked as fathers. We talked about everything. I recall calling Fred, and I feel like he was on vacation with LeeAnn Jemmott, who's with us right now. Give her a big round of applause.
Of course.
And I feel like they were at the poolside once, and me and Fred was jumping, talking on the phone. You remember that? Mm-hmm. I think I interrupted the vacation.
As always.
You know, but Tony, I appreciate your call. We're going to celebrate. This would have been his 38th birthday. We promised to keep his legacy alive. He is here. We are firm believer energy does not die. You know, the physical, Absolutely. The vessel, we leave the vessels, but the energy remains. Tony, you're a citizen.
A Sway in the morning.
And so with that, we're going to celebrate Fred the Godson today. Give it up for the one and only LeeAnn Jemmott is with us. All right. Yeah. Come on, the mother of his children.
Yeah.
How the babies doing, LeeAnn?
They're doing well. They're growing up. Sadie will be 13 this year.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Yes.
Damn.
Baby, she's growing up. And Sophia will be 8.
Sophia will be 8. Wow. Mm-hmm. And how are you doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome back to the show. Mm-hmm. Used to come and sit in the back.
Yep.
Now you in the front.
Let Fred do his thing.
And let him do his thing. Mm-hmm. And now you're doing it. How you been?
I've been well.
Okay.
You know, just maintaining.
Uh-huh.
Getting through this life as a new single mom.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. You got beautiful children. They're always well dressed.
Stay fly.
Stay fly.
Oh yeah. Well, they have their own fashion sense. Sadie dresses herself. She picks out her own clothes. So does Sophia. I guess they get it from their daddy.
They get it from their daddy, right?
Fred was very stylish.
Mm-hmm. Was he? What was Fred like behind closed doors? Like, did he do dishes?
Absolutely not. No, Fred was just, like you said, he was a funny guy. He always had us laughing. You know, if I pushed him enough, he would do dishes, but it would be like there's 20 dishes, he'll do 3. Mm-hmm. But, you know, that was all good. At least he tried. Sadie is exactly like him.
Okay.
But yeah, no, Fred just brought good energy, love, just kindness to the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was like around the house? Was he one of the type of people that sat around in his boxers and watched TV? Was he a handyman?
Well, yeah, sometimes he would get into his series, but most of the time he's at the kitchen table writing songs, you know, with his wife beat on and the beats, bopping that head mad hard.
Yeah.
You know.
Let me see your head, Bob. Do your Fred.
Yeah.
You know any
Like,
lyrics?
you know, when it has a little bit like this when he does it.
Yeah, he threw the chin.
Yeah.
That's the lead writers throw the chin.
Yeah. So he would do that, or he's like arguing with somebody about some sports game that, you know, he's into. Who's the best player, whatever. He was a heavy sports fan.
What attracted you to Fred? What won you over?
That he was a nice person. You know, out of all the guys that were in my area, he seemed, you know, he just was nice, and I felt like he wanted to know me, and you know, wasn't trying to get other things at that moment. You know, he just made me feel special and nice, and that old school love.
Yeah, LeeAnn was a unicorn in their area.
Do you remember y'all first date?
Yeah. Yes. We went to a steakhouse in Ito's. I think it's in Mount Vernon, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah. That was our first date. We ate, we laughed, he joked, and, you know, it was love from there.
Yeah, that's it. One date, LeeAnn.
Sometimes you just know.
What did he like about you? What did he say was that appealed to him about you?
I think because I just was different than what he was used to. I was a little more, you know, spicy, a little more. I had, you know, just more sparkle than a lot of these other females he was dealing with. And I'm from Boston, so that's just different.
Oh, damn.
Beantown.
Damn, that had changed the whole scenario up. You from Boston.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got that edge on you.
Yes.
Okay. What did y'all dream about? Because I know you got the Fred The Godson Foundation. Was that a part of the dream, too, to one day start this foundation?
Yeah, well, the dream has always been to, you know, be a positive citizen and give back. Like, even through with Fred as a musician, he just wanted to stay positive and, you know, uplift. And that's what we're doing with this foundation. We're currently in the process of partnering with some Bronx community centers this spring to bring in music composition classes. And, you know, while they're working on this, they're going to be writing songs, learning how to, you know, write lyrics and harmonies and melodies. We're going to start them off learning how to write songs. Then we're going to start teaching them music production. And then from there, the music business. So they're consumers, they're creators, but we're also going to teach them how to be bosses.
Yeah, that's Fred was at one point probably one of the most sought after MCs in the game. I know he had a lot of sit down meetings, including with Jay-Z and these guys. Seemed like they were interested in signing him, but he continued to work regardless of those signings or not, as an independent person. You know, as an independent artist. Did he ever feel? Did he ever let that discourage him? That you know, as people talk about these deals that never hit the table, how did he feel about it?
No, because Fred just knew he was that good, so he just figured, you know, people were just scared of the real shit that he had to say. And excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
You on Shade 4-5.
Okay.
You're being
so
very
yeah,
tame.
no, Fred was just very confident. He already knew who he was, what his gift was, and really it was their loss, because you see, Fred just kept throwing all the heat out, and like you see, he has cult followers, cult fans, and you know, Fred, when you see like people leave messages and stuff, it's always something deep, like Fred saved my life, or, you know, if it wasn't for Fred, da 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 da. So even though we know Fred knew he was a great MC, Fred just also knew he was just that nigga, like a great person to his core. So
absolutely,
Word.
I like that. Bizzle?
Man, thank you for being here today. I
Thank you.
appreciate you. He was like a brother to me.
yes.
We had a great relationship, you know, laughing and joking all the time as well. Often listen back sometimes to some of his lyrics and like, damn, I just caught what he said. Like, you know what I mean? Do you listen back now and have that same feeling?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. we was just listening to him last night, bringing in his birthday at midnight. And I was like, wait, did you hear what he just said? So, yeah, now, and it's so sad because, you know, it always happens like this when someone passes away. And I was with him. I lived with him. And I didn't even know the
intricacies
level.
of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I love it, though, because he's gone 3 years and I'm still able to hear his voice and hear new things that he's saying. So it's a beautiful thing.
Come on, man. LeeAnn Jemmott is here. Your sister's name?
That's Cher.
Share.
See, you sitting where she used to sit when Fred got here. Right? Yeah, that's great.
So one day she might be sitting here too.
Let's
She
go,
got a lot
full
of stuff
circle.
going.
What's she doing?
She's a educator. She does music education as well. She's also an assistant and working towards her master's degree.
Okay, that's what's up. What was that? You're a
She's a
journalist?
journalist as well.
Okay, come ask your sister a question.
Hey.
You're a journalist.
I'm putting my hand.
Yeah, get her on camera right there. Say your name. Say your name.
Hey, my name is Cher Ferguson. What's up, y'all? Okay, I got a question for you, LeeAnn. All right, let me see what I got.
As a journalist.
Can you tell us more about the goal of the foundation and when will it possibly start in the near future?
Well, the goal is just to educate, inspire, and bring up the South Bronx. So we're just trying to bring programs into the community to keep the youth off the street, keep them from killing each other, and just give them just give them something to do. Like Fred came from the South Bronx, the shelter, drugs, blah, 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 gangs and all of that, but that's not who he became. So just the whole goal is you guys see he did this and other people do it like this, y'all can do that too. Y'all don't have to keep killing each other every day and wilding.
And never give up on your dreams, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And even if you don't reach Jay-Z status, you could still be a legend. Like
An
Fred.
impact. Yeah.
Exactly.
You did great, Cher. You're all right with me. We have to have you do some correspondence work for Sway's Universe. You down?
Yes, I'm down.
Okay, cool. All right. Fred The Godson Foundation, and you go to www.fredthegodsonfoundation.org. What is it that y'all need right now from people?
We just need support. We have a music composition program starting April 1st, 2023 at Bronx House. So we just need the community. We need y'all's kids. Come register them. We have celebrity URL rappers that will be assisting with the instructors, teaching these kids how to write songs and, just develop their lyrical skills. So that's what we need right now. We need you all to register for this program.
Okay, we need all the citizens, especially if you're in this tri-state area. Fred The Godson Foundation.org. Support.
I'm just curious, when you were talking about how you listen to Fred's music and you hear things you didn't hear, I was thinking about you have young kids, and oftentimes young kids don't have the privilege of their father or mother passed away at an early age to hear their voice over and over. And so I'm just curious, what is your kids' relationship like to Fred's music, and how does it impact them when they listen?
I think it just gives them just a sense of their dad still here. Like, they are complicated kids. They don't cry. They don't talk about Fred hardly. I never been through this, so I don't really know, what to expect with the kids. But I feel like just looking at their faces when his music is playing, Sadie's rapping his lyrics. Sophia was 4 when he passed, so, I know she knows who her father is, but not as much as Sadie. But no, listening to his voice is just wonderful. Like, I tell them all the time, you all will always have your dad. Like, I don't have that because my father wasn't an artist. But you guys can watch him on TV, on, the computer, listen to him on the radio. So it's just great that they have that.
That's great.
Mm-hmm. LeeAnn, when Sway started off, he was reminding us that the spirit never dies, right?
Yeah.
Even when the vessel passes away. Do you feel like you have a spiritual relationship with Fred, and how does it show up?
Absolutely. Fred, presents himself all the time in many different ways. I was actually at an event last week in Charlotte, North Carolina, and when I walked into the ballroom, all of the decor was of New York. It was an American Heart Association event. So I'm seeing the Statue of Liberty, and I'm like, wow, Fred, I feel you. Then the gospel choir comes on, they start singing Michael Jackson's Can You Feel It? And I was like, oh,
Wow.
shit. Like, yeah, you know, stuff like that always happens. I'm somewhere out here, Fred's music, or, you know, we passed Frederick Avenue the other day, like coming back from down south up here. So just little, you know, he lets me know he's here. Little red cardinals or just, you know, a smell or something like that.
That's what's up. You ever smell them?
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's it.
And I hear Fred a lot in my head. Like, he makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Because you know, like, Fred loved joking. So I can always hear him saying some shit to me like, yeah.
Yeah, I saved my messages from Fred.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You ever do that? Go back and...
Yeah, I have a few.
Yeah, I would go back and read them because I was... Fred I saw as a little brother, so they'll tell you the way I am with all of these guys are like my little brothers. So you may not catch it on air, but I give them tough love.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, you know, and so I would just clown with Fred all the time. So when I read back these messages, they definitely help me smile. So,
yeah, and that's like what I really miss the most about him. His energy and his spirit was just so uplifting and just refreshing and funny.
Yeah, I gotta commend you because not everybody continue to work.
Yeah, well, you know, I took a little time off. I had to,
Yeah.
you know, to get my mind right and my emotions right. But, you know I saw Fred like sick with his asthma or his high blood pressure, his diabetes, but it didn't stop him. He kept going. He kept performing, you know, puffing his albuterol and kept it going. So I know I have to do the same thing.
There was a woman we had here named Bowlesma St. John yesterday, and she has a book called Urgent Life, right? Love, loss, and survival. You know, and she lost her husband, and she lost a child, and she talks about how she had to, you know, face these things, pick it up, and continue for the sake of herself and for no other reason, for the sake of them.
Absolutely.
You know, and so I want to ask you, because a lot of people in our community lose loved ones for whatever reason. In this case, it happened to be over illness. What are some of the things that helped you get through, that's helped you cope, that folks tuned in might be able to relate to?
Well, it's funny you asked because someone just sent me a DM a few weeks ago. This woman from out of town, she said she lost her husband, she's pregnant, and she has a baby. Like, you know, if I could give her advice. And I just told her, for me personally, my kids just kept me going because just as a human and an adult and me having a long-term relationship with Fred that they didn't, you know, it's harder for me because he was my friend and just, you know, just everything that we went through over these years. So I look at them for the strength because just honestly, you're going to be weak. Like when you lose somebody like that, you know, just they're snatched away from you like Fred was. It is hard. But just knowing that you got to raise your kids and also that I know Fred wouldn't want to see me fall, that keeps me going. And, you know, the fans, like his fans are really wonderful people. They lift us up all the time. They send us nice messages. You know, it's just really nice.
That's great.
So,
One of the greatest punchline MCs.
Period.
Ever.
Period.
Yeah.
Ever. Punchlines. You go top 10 punchlines, Fred The Godson is in it.
For real.
That don't mean top 10 selling artists or all that stuff. Punchlines, right?
Gotta go back and listen.
Absolutely.
Gotta go back and listen, man. The cleverness of it all, you know, and the confidence and the delivery, because it was just he knew his voice, which is he never emphasized the punchline was coming, you know, and that's what makes you have to go back and listen.
Right.
You just like, damn, did he just say that? That's crazy. Okay.
I mean,
go
we
back.
used to crack up with Fred with rhyme.
Facts.
Like he dropping some of the illest bars, but we're hearing them cracking the fuck up because it's so clever.
Clever.
Was Fred good at school? We had this conversation
he
on
told
there.
you he wasn't retarded.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
You asked him if he went to public school.
I asked him if he went to public school. He said, "Yes, well, I'm not retarded." You know. Oh man. So what kind of projects can we expect?
Okay, well, his documentary is in post-production right now. It's coming out fall 2023.
Dope.
And with that, Contraband 3 will be coming out at the same time.
Okay.
Yes, and today, actually. Happy birthday, baby. Today's
Happy
his birthday.
Fred the Godson.
Fred the Godson,
Yes.
period.
Happy birthday, Fred.
Happy birthday, homie.
Today is the grand opening of God Level Studios that his brother Fat Boy Izzo created in memory of Fred. Along with the studio in the front, there's an art gallery. So, you know, the whole New York City, United States of America, whoever loves Fred, y'all can come out to 25 Bruckner Boulevard. It's just, you know.
Is that Bruckner? That's the Bronx, right?
Yeah, that's the new Sobro area
Okay.
that they're regentrifying, making it nice.
Okay.
So yeah, if we have all his memorabilia in there. Never before seen pictures of him from his youth. Like his prednisone that he got right before he passed, the sweater he wore when he went to the hospital, albums and different art pieces that people made for Fred after his passing. It's just like, a Fred experience. If you want to experience him, come down to God Level Studios.
Okay. All right. LeeAnn Jemmott. And what about yourself? You got any special projects you're working on outside of that?
I'm just strictly dedicating myself right now to raising Sadie and Sophia. My baby Sophia is next up. She's an artist. I wish I would have brought a piece of her work for you guys to see, but whatever gift Fred had, she has with drawing, and she's only 7 years old.
Wow.
But I'm focusing on the foundation. That's what I'm focused on. His music. He has his team for the music. Shout out to everybody who's still supporting Fred and, his team. We love you guys, and, thank you.
LeeAnn, we here for you. I know I got to do my part for that documentary. Heather and I jump on it too.
Yeah.
I haven't done my part yet.
100%.
Yes, you have to, Sway.
I got you. Don't even worry about it. That's easy money.
Yes.
Okay? And we're going to continue to support. You can always come up here and talk about the foundation, any project you have coming up.
Thank you.
You are always welcome. We figured it out.
Yep.
Thank
few
you.
text messages, but when I tell you I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Right.
And we're going to make it happen. And I told you years ago I wanted to contribute, and I still want to, so I haven't forgot about that.
Thank you.
It's just a matter of time, okay?
Absolutely. So everybody just make sure today from 2 to 7, it's the grand opening of God Level Studios, 25 Bruckner Boulevard in the South Bronx. Come out, show love, show support. We are auctioning off some items, one of ones, And so, yes, thank you to the Bronx and Sway
You're very
and
welcome.
everybody else who loves and
Absolutely.
Very
supports
welcome.
Fred.
Absolutely.
Thank you.